Hello, it's Ron back here with another video on Ron Brown's YouTube channel. We cover a lot of drone gear and other related tech products here. But today it is a drone video, and it's a drone video on our favorite little mini drone of the summer of 2022. This is the DJI, hold on, DJI Mini 3 Pro, the latest and greatest mini drone from again, our friends over at DJI. And this drone, one of the things this drone features is a 1.7-inch aperture. So it's a wide open kind of camera lens there. It's going to leave in a lot of light from outside. So I've been wanting to test it in low light. Specifically, I don't really fly at nighttime when it's completely dark out, but I do like to fly sometimes when the sun has set below the horizon. You still have like a half hour, an hour left of kind of an afterglow, and with these drones, you're allowed to fly at the twilight. You're allowed to fly for like a half hour or up to an hour at twilight. I'm going to have to, I know it's at least a half hour, but to refresh my Part 107 training and know how long it is after that. And of course, you can fly even more longer than that if you have the proper lighting on top, like a blinking light, like such as a product from LumeCube. They make the certified lights that go on top of these drones, as well as other ones to make them compliant with all the FFA rules. But okay, we didn't even go there. We were well within the light regulations here. But anyhow, so I took it up a few minutes after the sun had dropped below the horizon, and I had a lot of of course shadows on the ground in dark areas. There was still kind of a good light in the sky, and I shot a couple video clips. One clip I just Dr. Autoed it, put everything on auto settings, and two other clips I put it in the pro settings, and I tried to adjust the ISO and the along with the shutter, speed to get the proper settings here. And the trick on something like this is to keep the sky and I was over water, so not so the ground but the water, but we'll say the bottom, to keep a happy medium of being, you don't want to be overexposed to the sky, to keep the ground properly exposed, and the other way around. So if you get the sky perfect, where like I had some beautiful clouds that night, the sun was setting behind these clouds, it was creating some great colors in the clouds in the sky. But to achieve those colors, then I was like totally you destroying the ground or the water. I was crushing the shadows, as they like to say, in professional photography. So I tried to balance it out, with very limited success. And after that, I took a series of JPEGs where I did just Dr. Autoed them. I didn't go in and tune them up, and I had some luck with some of the JPEGs. Were halfway decent. All this footage JPEGs are completely untouched from me at editing. I just load them up. They haven't been edited in any way. I could have probably made improvements in both the video and the photo if I would have done some editing, but I did not. So anyhow, the photos, some of the photos turned out a little bit better with a better balance of exposure between the sky and the ground, in this case the water, as I keep saying here. All right, we're testing the low light performance of the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and here I have it all the settings on auto. I'm in regular color profile here, and again everything's Dr. Autoed up here. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what your expectations are for low light, but sky looks great there. Ground's a little, what was a little underexposed there. Now here we go. Now I've done the pro settings here, trying to tune it myself. My skies look kind of beautiful there with that color, but the ground here is just too dark or whatever, too underexposed. So this actually was the proper exposure. Now here again, the pro settings here, and I've tried to tune it on my own, and here I don't get anything right here. Well, I guess the skies, don't look as good as they did in the previous one, and of course the ground is way underexposed here. So I probably didn't. I tried to play with iOS shutter. Of course, it's a you don't have a variable aperture here, so you can only really use yeah, ISO and shutter here. Or I'll just say IO and shutter to adjust the exposure values here. And again, the sky's not looking too bad here, but the ground is way underexposed here. So I don't know if I could have done anything in the settings to make this much better, or this is just a limitation of the camera, of the sensor. And we know this has a wide aperture at f1.7, but maybe we just held back here maybe a little by the sensor size here. So this is my first really test of low light like this in the Mini 3 Pro. So we will try to do better the next time out. And here's a little hyperlapse here. I don't know why the hyperlapse is jumping all over the place like that. Here's some photos here. That photo came out pretty good. The bottom of it, the exposure is not too bad. It's still a little dark, and here the sky looks beautiful here. But now we've underexposed the boat, the water, and the bridge there. Okay, here's a little bit better exposure. It looks like the water and the boats are better exposed, and the sky is not bad, so a little bit better here. Again, this is way underexposed on the crowd. Again, I'm just, this is on, these are on all in auto here. These are all JPEGs, all auto. And here is, this one, the sky is exposed well. The ground's not too bad, or the water. And here the same thing. We got some nice color in the water there, but we're still underexposed on the, on the bottom part there. And I saw in the pictures though, like I was, if I would have taken a series of bracketed photos, which this drone lets you do, auto exposure bracketing, EAB, you see the setting on the kind of the left of the shutter button. It's one of the things you can pick when you have the photo mode picked. And I'm sure if I had taken bracketed photos, either 3 or 5, I could have got a really good photo, because what I could have did, I could have blended the ones where the sky looked great with the ones where the ground, or in this case the water was exposed. And when I say the ground, it was some boats there and some jet skis and so on. So they were in a docking area. So that would have been exposed. And I got the beautiful sky. So I know a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about and don't even care about compositing auto exposure bracket photos together. A lot of people refer to that as HDR also. So I could have got a great photo if I'd have bracketed these things. And maybe I will next time. I'll do a series of brackets to show you how good the photos come out. But you can't really bracket video, so yeah. So my conclusions are this is much better in low light than the Mini 2 was, no doubt about it. I'm not ready to say it's as good as I'm not ready to even compare it to the Mavic 3 yet, or even the Air 2S, but definitely better than the Mini 2 or the Mini 1 or any other, the DJI Mini drones. Is it to your satisfaction? I don't do, I hardly do any night work at all. I don't even do a whole lot of work after the sun has sunken past the horizon. So I'm not a low light expert by any means, a stretch of the imagination. So again, I don't know what your expectations are for a low light performance out of a mini drone like this, a sub 250 gram mini drone. But I think they were acceptable for me. And again, I got to work on my skills as a photographer to try to make them better, in camera in the field. And of course, for testing purposes, I don't want to edit them, but if you did edit them, I may be able to bring up the shadows a little bit, in some of the videos, which maybe I'll go back and do a little editing and come back with another video, but I just wanted to show you this kind of, on touch, just right out of the camera. So, okay, I will, continue to try to do more with low light out of this drone, going forward here. If there's much interest at all, I know a lot of the Altel people talk about low light. I know that's kind of the Nano Plus, especially it's low light. So I had that drone, but I did not get to test that yet in this situations where the sun has sunk below the horizon. So yeah, I will test that out in the near future also. So that's about it today on the video. If you got anything out of this, subscribe. Give me the like if you got anything out of it. Give me the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And ring that bell so you know when I put a new video up. And also they got a thanks button there too, where you contribute a little bit to the channel as low as $1.99. Helps the channel out, helps me get more new products in for review. Things, various things like ND filters and landing pads and all the accessories, propeller straps, all the little stuff that kind of bag stuff that helps accessorize your drone. So okay, that's it for today. That's my big low light test for today. I will try to if I get any kind of feedback or interest, I will try to do more low light testing on this drone as well as that little nano drone from Altel. So that's it, and we will see you in the next one, folks.